Okay, so we've got another question here. It says constant acceleration, which is our cue for using a SUVAT. So that's the acceleration. At time t, the velocity is v, and then at time t0, so this is the start of the journey, they've called it v, I've written u here. So we've got a u, we've got an a. Find the direction of motion when t equals 6. So motion is about things moving. So this means that we want to find v. Direction means we're going to sort of do some trigonometry. We're going to work out what the velocity is first, and then work out which way it's going. Because it's a vector, it has a direction. Give it as a bearing. Okay, so we know that we've got t there as well. So what's that? That's, again, one more of these. So I seem to love v equals u plus at for these kind of questions. So it's a 10-4. And then there's a 6 lots of -2, 3. So what's that? That's the same as it's a -12, that's a -2. And then that's an 18, so that's a 22. So that's how it's moving. That's the velocity. So if it's going 2 to the left and 22 up, what you'll find is that it's sort of going like that. Yeah. So it wants us to find a bearing. So it's going to be a big number, isn't it? If it's -2, I'll just double check. And it is t equals 6 seconds. Yeah, okay. So I think the way we're going to do this one then is let's find out that angle there. So that's 22, that's a 2. And then what we could do is we could add on 270. There's loads of ways you could do it, but that's what comes to mind for me, okay? So if I do inverse tan of 22 over 2, that gives me 84. 84. What are we doing here? Nearest degree. 84.8. Okay, so if I add 270, then I get 350 to the nearest degree is 355. Okay, so that would be the bearing. That's all they want. Okay, find the value of t when we're moving northeast. Right, so let's do northeast next. What's the easiest way to do this? Okay, so moving is a key word, right? It doesn't mean when it is northeast, it means when it's moving northeast. So I think what I want to do here is sort of recycle. Do I want to recycle this one first? Yeah. So it's going to be the thing moves with 10-4, right? Plus a -2, 3 t. So that's the velocity. That's an expression that tells you the velocity at any t value. And we want to know when this is, well, two ways we can do it. If it's moving northeast, one way, which we've talked about in previous videos, is we can just set the I amount equal to the j amount, right? Because if things are moving northeast, it means the numbers for the velocity will be the same as one another. They're in a 1-to-1 ratio. So we could just do that. Yeah, let's do that. So I'm going to try and say then that 10 minus 2t, which is the top line, will be equal to 4 plus 3t. If I take away the 4 and I add this one here, I get 6 equals 5t. So I get t equals 1.2. So just to kind of verify it, should we just throw it in on this one here with t as 1.2? And then if we've done it correctly, the I and the j's should both be positive. So 1.2 times -2 plus 10 gives me 7.6 for the I bit, and we're hoping for the same then for the other bit here, aren't we? So 3 times 1.2 plus the 4 is also 7.6. Great. So it means at that time there, the I and the j are both positive and they're the same number, which describes northeast. So t is just 1.2 for that one. That's all I actually need to do. Notice it said is moving northeast, not it is northeast, because that would be different. Okay, here it means because of motion and because of moving, I'm working with the velocity. If it said is or located or something, I might have to work with displacement. Okay, so yeah, there we go. That's how we would do that one there.